Hi class, my name is Kaylin Jackson, or you can call me Katie, and today I'm here to discuss 3 questions with you all. The first question is about the special education teacher's role. To me, the special education teacher's role is to meet the unique needs of each individual children who are either on the spectrum or considered challenged. My name is Kaylin Jackson, and today I'm going to explain the Individualized Education Program, or the IEP process. This process is crucial for students who need special education services.
I know I need to sleep, I know I need to rest, but I can't do it right now.
As Katie's family continues to search for answers, they're asking the community for this.
So what I want people to remember about my sister is her smile. I want people to remember her smile because it's beautiful.
The person you choose as your significant other is supposed to be your safe place, the one you trust, lean on, and build a life with. They're meant to stand beside you through everything, someone you believe would never let harm come your way. Now imagine that same person becoming the source of unimaginable betrayal, the one who ultimately takes your life, and not in isolation, but in the presence of the very people who love you most, leaving them to witness the unthinkable. In an instant, love is replaced with shock, safety with fear, and the lives of your loved ones are forever marked by trauma, confusion, and a loss they will never fully understand or overcome. Kaylin Jackson, a devoted educator and beloved cheerleading coach, was widely known for her deep passion for working with children, especially those with special needs. At just 25 years old, she had already made a lasting impact at Hamilton Holmes Elementary School in East Point, Georgia, where her students and colleagues were drawn to her infectious smile, compassionate heart, and unwavering dedication. More than a teacher, Kaylin was a mentor, a role model, and a constant source of encouragement to the young lives she touched. She also served as a cheerleading coach, something she absolutely adored. It was more than just a role. It was a passion and another way for her to pour love and guidance into the lives of young people. For Kaylin, coaching wasn't just about routines and competitions. It was about building confidence, inspiring joy, and giving back to the youth, a cause that was profoundly close to her heart. She was in the final stages of earning her master's degree in special education from Grand Canyon University, with graduation only weeks away, a milestone she had worked tirelessly toward.
Respect for diversity. My school is a good percent diverse, but that would be like African American and Hispanic. But I'm not really involved with the heritage, especially when they have National Heritage Month. I don't really participate, not because I don't want to, but just because it's never really had my interest. But I should want to learn just so that I can. And when I have those students in my classroom, because I had those students last year, but this year my classroom is all African American, but that's no excuse. So I want to do that for myself.
Her family described Kaylin as someone who radiated positivity and lived with purpose. She and her older sister had an unbreakable bond. The two were not just siblings, they were best friends who shared everything, even matching tattoos, symbolizing their closeness. The Jackson family as a whole was incredibly tight-knit, often coming together to celebrate birthdays, holidays, and life's special moments. Kaylin's mother proudly remembered her daughter's fierce devotion to children, especially those who needed extra care and attention in the classroom. That commitment wasn't just part of her job, it was a part of who she was. The family had reunited at Kaylin's home, a joyful gathering that filled the house with laughter, love, and the kind of connection they hadn't had in far too long. It would become a cherished memory in the wake of heartbreaking loss. Little did anyone know, what was meant to be a joyful time of celebration and cherished family memories would soon take a heartbreaking turn, changing the lives of Kaylin's loved ones forever. Shortly after 10 p.m. on April 19th, officers with the DeKalb County Police Department were dispatched to a residence in the 1600 block of Derwin Brown Drive following reports of a shooting. When they arrived at the scene, they were met with chaos and confusion. Inside one of the bedrooms, officers discovered an unresponsive adult female. her lifeless body a grim centerpiece in what had moments earlier been a place of peace and safety. The scene quickly turned from a routine call to a tragic crime investigation. The victim was identified as 25-year-old Kayn Jackson, a beloved daughter, sister, educator, and friend. She was rushed to a nearby hospital after sustaining a gunshot wound to the chest at close range. Despite the efforts to save her, Kayn tragically succumbed to her injuries shortly after arrival. The loss was devastating, but the heartbreak only deepened when the alleged shooter was identified as her own girlfriend and live-in partner, 24-year-old Janae Colbert. According to authorities, the shooting occurred inside the home during a family gathering, a night meant for togetherness and celebration. The Jackson family, who had opened their hearts and home to Janae, were present when the tragedy unfolded. Just moments before the fatal shot, Kayn had reportedly been helping Janae with something around the house. No one could have predicted what would happen next.
That day that I was with my sister and her girlfriend for hours that day, they were fine. They were fine. There was no signs of tension. I had just left her house, but I never seen them argue. I never seen them have a disagreement.
A single deafening gunshot shattered the evening. In the aftermath, chaos erupted. Kayn's brother, in a state of shock and desperation, tried to revive her, his hands and clothes stained with her blood as he pleaded for her to wake up. Through heart-wrenching sobs, he cried out to their mother, broken by the helplessness of not being able to protect his sister. In what would become her final moments, Kayn, gravely wounded but conscious, gathered the strength to speak. Her last words, whispered through unimaginable pain, named her killer, her own girlfriend. Those final breaths not only revealed the truth, but added a cruel, unforgettable weight to the family's grief. By all outward appearances, Janae had become a trusted and welcome member of the Jackson family's inner circle. Kayn's mother even recalled, "We took her into our home. We made her family." To those on the outside, it seemed as though Janae had found both belonging and acceptance within the Jackson household. But behind closed doors, the truth was far more complicated. What appeared to be a close and loving relationship between Kayn and Janae was, in reality, marked by hidden turmoil. Court records would later uncover a troubling pattern of domestic violence, revealing a relationship riddled with volatility and emotional strain. Beneath the surface of companionship lay unresolved conflict, emotional wounds, and a dynamic that had grown increasingly unstable. Little is publicly known about Janae's early life or personal history, but what remains undeniable is the significance of her role within Kayn's life and the Jackson household. Their bond, though meaningful, was complicated and fraught with growing tension. That made the events of April 19th all the more devastating. The fact that Janae had been embraced as one of their own only deepened the family's heartbreak and sense of betrayal when tragedy struck. What should have been a night like any other quickly turned into an unthinkable nightmare that would forever alter the lives of everyone involved.
Kayn Jackson was a teacher at Hamilton Holmes Elementary School in East Point. Her murder has left her mother in shock right now.
I can't go to sleep. I can't go to sleep because if I go to sleep, it's going to be too real. You know, it's going to be too real.
Police in DeKalb County have arrested 24-year-old Janae Colbert. They say she shot and killed Jackson in their home on Derwin Brown Drive Saturday night.
You took something that held us together.
Jackson's family says she and Colbert were in a relationship. Colbert's been charged with malice murder.
We took her in our home. We made her family.
They were fine. Just minutes before it happened.
Michelle Jackson, Kayn's mom, says right before she was killed on Saturday, she just planned a big celebration of life for her grandmother.
I really appreciate everybody coming out, man.
In my phone,
Yes.
I was typing a message to her. The first part of it to tell her words cannot express how proud I was of what you did. I didn't get a chance to fix it before I got that phone call from my son.
That call was when she learned about what happened to Kayn. Jackson says her daughter's profession, working in special education and as a cheerleading coach, was her life's passion.
My baby wanted to help kids, especially kids that needed extra guidance.
Her smile was it was infectious.
As Jackson's mother prepares to lay her daughter to rest, she's still trying to process all of this.
Kaylin Jackson was laid to rest on May 3rd in Atlanta, Georgia, surrounded by grieving family, friends, students, and loved ones whose lives she had touched. The memorial was a heartfelt tribute, beautifully organized by her mother and sister, to honor the radiant life of a young woman taken far too soon. Her warmth, spirit, and passion were remembered in every tear, every hug, and every word spoken that day. The heartbreaking story of Kaylin Jackson is a powerful reminder that love alone cannot excuse or hide the signs of abuse. Even relationships that appear close and loving on the surface can harbor deep, unspoken pain. Unaddressed domestic violence can escalate into unimaginable tragedy. It's crucial to recognize the warning signs, speak up, and seek help, no matter how difficult or complex the situation may seem. This story also speaks to the importance of emotional support systems and safe spaces, especially for those navigating toxic or unstable relationships. Kaylin's life, filled with purpose, kindness, and love for others, is a call to protect those we cherish and to take every sign of domestic conflict seriously before it's too late. Rest in peace, Kaylin Jackson.